Hello students, in previous class we have discussed torque, rotational analog of force. Today we will discuss a new parameter of rotational mechanics, that is moment of inertia. Let us proceed. As we know, rotational analog of linear displacement is angular displacement. Rotational analog of linear velocity is angular velocity. Rotational analog of linear acceleration is angular acceleration. Rotational analog of force is torque. Rotational analog of linear momentum is angular momentum. Then what is the rotational analog of mass? This is nothing but moment of inertia. Means moment of inertia is the rotational analog of mass. It is equivalent to mass. Now, what is the expression of moment of inertia? In order to find the expression of moment of inertia, first we find the kinetic energy of rotating body about an axis. Let us consider a rigid body made of n particles having masses of particles m1, m2, m3 to mn respectively. Let the rigid body is rotating about a fixed axis, then path of each particle of a rigid body is circular, whose center lies on axis of rotation, and radius of circular path of particles are let r1, r2, r3 to rn respectively. If linear velocities of particles are v1, v2, v3 to vn respectively, then kinetic energy of particles may be expressed as kei is equal to half mi vi square, that is 1 by 2 mi ri square omega I square. Here we have put Vi is equal to omega I into Ri. The net kinetic energy is summation of kinetic energy of each particle, that is summation 1 by 2 mi Ri square omega I square. That may be expressed as 1 by 2 summation of mi Ri square into omega square. Since kinetic energy is half summation of mass into Vi square, if we compare both equations of kinetic energy, one in terms of omega, another in terms of linear velocity, we have summation of mi Ri square, that is rotational analog of mass, and this is called moment of inertia denoted by I. Hence, the kinetic energy may be expressed as 1 by 2 into I into omega square. Here, I is equal to summation of mi Ri square, that is moment of inertia is the square of moment of the mass. SI unit of Moment of inertia is kg meter square and dimension is m to the power 1 L square T to the power g. Now, moment of inertia of a ring. How can we find the moment of inertia of a ring? Using the expression obtained in previous slide. Let us consider a thin ring of radius r, mass m, rotating in its own plane around its center with angular velocity omega. Each mass element of the ring is at a distance r from the axis and moves with a speed r into omega. The kinetic energy is therefore Ke is equal to half mv square, that is 1 by 2 m r square into omega square. Thus, moment of inertia I is equal to m into r square. Means moment of inertia of a ring whose mass is m, radius r is m into r square. Now, moment of inertia for rigid rod with masses attached its end. Let us take a rigid rod of negligible mass of length L with a pair of small masses rotating about an axis through the center of mass perpendicular to the rod. Each mass m by 2 is at a distance L by 2 from the axis. The moment of inertia of the masses is therefore given by I is equal to m by 2 into L by 2 square, that is ml square divided by 4. Now, moment of inertia of some regular shaped bodies about a specific axis. Moment of inertia of thin circular ring of radius r is mr square about an axis perpendicular to the plane passing through its center. The moment of inertia of the ring about its diameter is mr square by 2, where m is its mass and r is its radius. Moment of inertia of thin rod whose length is L is ml square by 12 about an axis perpendicular to the rod passing through its geometric center or the midpoint. Moment of inertia of circular discs about an axis perpendicular to the plane is mr square by 2. Moment of inertia of the circular discs whose radius r about and diameter is mr square by 4. Moment of inertia of hollow cylinder whose radius is r about an axis passing through its own axis is mr square. Moment of inertia of solid cylinder whose radius is r about an axis is mr square by 2. Moment of inertia of solid sphere whose radius is r about an axis passing through its diameter or about its diameter is 2 by 5 mr square. Now, radius of gyration. The radius of gyration of a body about an axis may be defined as the distance from the axis of a mass point whose mass is equal to the mass of the whole body and whose moment of inertia is equal to the moment of inertia of the body about the axis. If we assume a length k, that is k is radius of gyration, then moment of inertia may be expressed as m into k square. Here k has the dimension of length. The length k is geometrical property of the body and axis of rotation. It is related to the moment of inertia and total mass of the body. Properties of moment of inertia. The moment of inertia of a rigid body depends on the mass of the body, its shape and size, distribution of mass about the axis of rotation, and the position and orientation of the axis of rotation. Now, theorems related to moment of inertia. There are two theorems called theorem of parallel axis and theorem of perpendicular axis. These two theorems may be used to find the moment of inertia of a rigid body when its axis of rotation is changed. Now, theorem of parallel axis. This theorem is applicable to a body of any shape, whatever be the shape, it doesn't matter. This theorem is applicable for any shape of the object. It allows to find the moment of inertia of a body about any axis given the moment of inertia of the body about a parallel axis through the center of mass of the body. The theorem may be stated as follows. The moment of inertia of a body about any axis is equal to the sum of moment of inertia of the body about a parallel axis passing through its center of mass and the product of its mass and the square of the distance between the two parallel axes. As shown in figure, let Z and Z dash are two parallel axes separated by a distance a. The Z axis passing through the center of mass O of the rigid body. Then, according to the theorem of parallel axis, Iz dash is equal to Iz plus Ma square, where Iz and Iz dash are the moment of inertia of the body about the Z and Z dash axis respectively. M is the total mass of the body and A is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel axes. It is one of the numerical based on parallel axis theorem. Moment of inertia of a rod of mass m, length L, about an axis perpendicular to it through one end. As we know, for the rod of mass m and length L, moment of inertia about an axis passing through its geometrical center perpendicular to the rod is I is equal to ml square by 12. If we consider an axis parallel to the axis passing through its geometrical center and perpendicular to the rod is I dash, then I dash is equal to I plus ma square, where I dash is the moment of inertia of the rod about an axis passing through one of the end of the rod perpendicular to it. Putting A is equal to L by 2, we get I dash is equal to ml square by 12 plus ml square m into L by 2 whole square is equal to ml square into 1 by 12 plus 1 by 4, that is equal to 1 by 3 ml square. Again, it is one of the another numerical using parallel axis theorem. Moment of inertia of a ring about a tangent to the circle of the ring. A tangent is parallel to the diameter, as we know. The tangent to the ring in the plane of ring is parallel to one of the diameters of the ring. The distance between these two parallel axes is r, that is radius of the ring. Using the parallel axis theorem, moment of inertia about tangent is equal to moment of inertia about diameter plus m into r square. This is equal to mr square by 2 plus mr square. This is equal to 3 by 2 mr square. Now, theorem of perpendicular axis. This theorem is applicable to bodies which are planar. The theorem applies to flat bodies whose thickness is very small compared to their other dimensions, example length, breadth or radius. Means it is applicable only for planar object. Planar lamina. This theorem may be stated as the moment of inertia of a planar body about an axis perpendicular to its plane is equal to the sum of its moment of inertia about two perpendicular axes concurrent with perpendicular axis and lying in the plane of the body. Let us suppose two axes passing through plane of the body. Let these axes are x axis and y axis, and a perpendicular axis, that is z axis, is perpendicular to the lamina as well as x and y. Then moment of inertia about the z axis, that is Iz, is equal to moment of inertia about x axis plus moment of inertia about y axis, that is Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. The figure shows a planar body. An axis perpendicular to the body through a point O is taken as the z-axis. The mutually perpendicular axis lying in the plane of the body and concurrent with z-axis, that is passing through O, are taken as x and y-axis. Then the theorem states that Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. Numerical based on perpendicular axis theorem. Moment of inertia of a disc about one of its diameter. We assume the moment of inertia of disc about an axis perpendicular to it and through its center to known. It is mr square by 2. Let this axis is z-axis, where m is mass of the disc and r is its radius. The disc can be considered to be a planar body. Hence, the theorem of perpendicular axis is applicable to it. We take three concurrent axes through the center of the disc O as the x, y and z. X and y axis lie in the plane of the disc and z axis is perpendicular to it. By the theorem of perpendicular axis, Iz is equal to Ix plus Iy. Now, x and y axis are along two diameters of the disc, and by symmetry the moment of inertia of the disc is the same about any diameter. Hence, Id is equal to Ix, that is equal to Iy. Therefore, Iz is equal to Id plus Id, that is 2Id, and Id means moment of inertia about diameter is equal to 1 by 2 Iz. If we put the values of Iz, that is mr square by 2, we have Id is equal to mr square by 4. Means moment of inertia of the disc about the diameter is mr square by 4. That's all for today. In today's class, we have learned what is moment of inertia. It is rotational analog of mass. Expression of moment of inertia for a rigid body made of n particles. Moment of inertia of some regular shaped body. Radius of gyration. Theorems of parallel and perpendicular axis and its application. Thanking you.